12 dog breeds that will destroy your life. Before you get that adorable puppy from the pet store window, or before you fall in love with that perfect photo on a breeder's website, I need you to sit down and listen to me very carefully. Because somewhere in this world, right now, at this exact moment, there is a person standing in the middle of their living room, staring at a couch that has been reduced to nothing but foam, springs, and a few sad tufts of fabric. There is a person standing at their back door, staring at a fence with a hole chewed clean through the bottom of it, wondering how their dog is now 3 streets away. There is a person lying awake at 2 in the morning listening to a sound that will not stop, a howl, a bark, a scratch at the door, and asking themselves the same question over and over again. Why didn't anyone warn me? Today, I am warning you. These are 12 dog breeds that, statistically, financially, emotionally, and in some cases quite literally, will destroy your life if you are not ready for them. Some of these breeds will destroy your furniture, piece by piece, room by room. Some will destroy your bank account with veterinary bills you never saw coming. Some will destroy your social life, your sleep schedule, your relationship with your neighbors, and your sanity, all at the exact same time. And by the end of this video, you are going to understand exactly why so many of these dogs end up sitting in shelters right now. Not because they are bad dogs, but because their owners had absolutely no idea what they were signing up for. Stick with me all the way to the end, because breed number 1 on this list is a dog so popular, so photogenic, and so deceptively adorable that it is currently responsible for more shredded couches, more broken fences, and more 3 a.m. escape attempts than almost any other breed on this entire planet. And if you own one, or you are thinking about getting one, what I am about to tell you might just save your home. Welcome back to Pet Kennel 91, the channel where we tell you the truth about dogs that nobody else on the internet is willing to tell you. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button right now and tap the notification bell, because we drop new videos every single week exposing the realities of dog ownership that breeders, pet stores, and even some rescue organizations conveniently leave out of the conversation. And before we even get started, I want to know something. Down in the comments section, right now, before you do anything else, type the country you are watching this from. I have viewers from every continent on this channel, and I genuinely love seeing just how far these stories travel. So drop your country down below, and let's see how many different places check in during this one video alone. I will be reading through those comments later, so do not scroll past this part. Take 5 seconds right now and type it in. Now, before we start the countdown, I want to be very clear about something, because this is important. Every single breed on this list can be a wonderful, loyal, deeply loving companion in the right home, with the right owner and the right amount of preparation. This video is not here to make you hate these dogs. It is here to make sure that if you fall in love with one of these breeds, and trust me, it is very easy to fall in love with every single one of them. You fall in love with your eyes wide open. Because a dog is not a decoration. A dog is not a photo for your social media feed. A dog is a 10 to 15-year commitment, a living, feeling creature with instincts bred into it over centuries. And getting the wrong breed for your lifestyle is one of the most common and most heartbreaking reasons dogs end up surrendered, rehomed, or living out their days in a shelter kennel instead of a family home. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, settle in, because this is a long one, and let's count down 12 dog breeds that will absolutely destroy your life if you are not prepared for what they demand. Breed 12, the Dalmatian. We're starting our list with a breed that Hollywood made famous, and in doing so, quietly ruined the lives of thousands of families who had no idea what they were actually bringing home. Picture this. A movie comes out about 101 spotted puppies, and almost overnight, families everywhere are rushing to bring one of these dogs home, absolutely certain they're getting a gentle, cartoonish, spotted companion who will lounge around the living room looking pretty for family photos. What they actually get, in almost every single case, is one of the most high-energy, high-maintenance working breeds in the entire canine world, and the mismatch between the fantasy and the reality is where the destruction begins. Dalmatians were originally bred for one very specific, very demanding job. They ran alongside horse-drawn carriages for miles and miles without stopping, clearing the road ahead, protecting the horses, and keeping pace for hours at a time. That means their bodies and their minds are built for sustained, serious endurance activity, not a quick 10-minute walk around the block before breakfast. If a Dalmatian does not get an hour or more of genuinely vigorous exercise every single day, that built-up energy has to go somewhere, and it usually goes straight into your walls, your shoes, your garden, and whatever remains of your patience by the end of the day. On top of that punishing exercise requirement, Dalmatians are notoriously stubborn and difficult to train, especially for a first-time dog owner who has never dealt with an independent thinking breed before. Remember, this dog was bred to run alongside a carriage and make its own judgment calls along the way, which means it does not naturally look to a human for constant direction the way some other breeds do. You give a command, and a Dalmatian genuinely might just decide it has a better idea. Add in a strong prey drive that makes recall around small animals almost impossible, a tendency toward anxiety and destructive chewing when bored or left alone too long, and a genetic predisposition toward deafness and painful urinary stones that requires expensive, lifelong dietary management and regular veterinary monitoring. And you start to understand why this breed has one of the highest rates of being surrendered to shelters within the very first year of ownership. Rescue workers will tell you the same story again and again. A family fell in love with the spots, and nobody told them about everything underneath them. If you work long hours, live in an apartment, or genuinely believe that a cute spotted puppy will simply grow into a calm, quiet adult dog all on its own, the Dalmatian will teach you a very hard, very expensive lesson. Imagine coming home after a 9-hour workday, tired, hungry, ready to relax, and finding your kitchen chairs chewed down at the legs, the trash scattered across the floor, and a dog that is somehow still bursting with energy, staring at you, ready to go again. That is not a rare, unlucky scenario for Dalmatian owners. Trainers who specialize in this breed will tell you it is closer to the default outcome for anyone who underestimates just how much this dog actually needs. Breed 11, the Chow Chow. Next on our list is a breed that looks like a giant, fluffy teddy bear, the kind of dog you just want to wrap your arms around, and behaves, more often than not, like it owns the entire house, the yard, and quite possibly you as well. The Chow Chow. Chow Chows were originally bred in ancient China thousands of years ago as guard dogs, hunting dogs, and even sled dogs, which means they carry a deeply independent, territorial, and protective temperament that has barely softened over the centuries. Unlike breeds that were developed to work closely alongside humans and take direction on command, the Chow Chow was bred to make its own decisions and defend its territory without needing constant human input. That independence might sound appealing on paper, but inside a modern family home, it creates a dog that can be extraordinarily difficult to live with. This translates into a dog that can be extremely aloof, deeply suspicious of strangers, and in some documented cases outright aggressive if it is not socialized correctly from an extremely young age. And we are not talking about a few casual visits to the dog park here and there. Chow Chows require intensive, deliberate, consistent socialization throughout their entire puppyhood and adolescence. Exposure to new people, new places, new sounds, and new situations on an ongoing basis, where they can develop serious behavioral problems that make them genuinely dangerous around house guests, unfamiliar children, and other animals. Then there is the coat. That thick, plush, lion-like double coat that makes Chow Chows look so impossibly cuddly in photographs requires near constant grooming to keep from matting painfully against the skin. We are talking about multiple brushing sessions every single week, regular professional grooming appointments, and dealing with shedding so intense that it will cover every single piece of furniture, every dark pair of pants, and every corner of your home in a fine layer of fur, twice a year, during what owners commonly and dreadfully call the coat blow. Add in a stubborn streak that rivals almost any breed on this entire list, a low tolerance for hot weather because of that dense insulating coat, and a reputation among veterinarians and pet insurance companies as one of the breeds statistically more likely to bite. And you have a dog that demands an experienced, endlessly patient owner who understands exactly what they are getting into before they ever bring one home. Before we move on, if you are enjoying learning the truth about these breeds, make sure you are subscribed to Pet Kennel 91 and that notification bell is turned on, because breed number 10 is a small, friendly-looking dog that has ended more than a few relationships with the neighbors over one specific, relentless sound. Breed 10, the Beagle. You might be genuinely surprised to see this one on the list. The Beagle looks small, friendly, floppy-eared, and completely harmless, the kind of dog you picture in a children's storybook. But ask anyone who has lived next door to a Beagle owner, and they will tell you a very, very different story. Beagles were bred for one specific purpose, and that purpose still runs through every fiber of their being today. They were built to hunt in packs, following scent trails for hours across open countryside, and to vocalize loudly and constantly so their human hunters could track their location through dense forest from a distance. That baying, echoing howl that made them exceptional hunting companions 200 years ago is the exact same trait that will get you a formal noise complaint from your homeowners association today. Once a Beagle catches an interesting scent, whether it is a rabbit trail in the backyard or a piece of food dropped 3 houses down the street, their nose takes over completely, entirely, and their ears stop functioning as far as listening to you is concerned. This is a breed with one of the strongest, most single-minded prey drives of any small dog on Earth, and it is directly responsible for the astonishing number of Beagles that go missing every single year after slipping out of a yard or off a leash, nose glued to the ground, utterly oblivious to an owner screaming their name from 20 feet away. Add to this a stubbornness and training that frustrates even experienced professional trainers, a strong tendency towards separation anxiety that results in destroyed furniture and hours of continuous howling when left alone, and a genetic predisposition toward obesity, because this breed will eat absolutely anything and everything it can find, off the counter, out of the trash, out of a toddler's hand. And you have a dog that is far more demanding, far louder, and far more strong-willed than its adorable floppy ears would ever suggest. Beagles need a securely fenced yard with no gaps whatsoever, an owner who is genuinely home often, and an enormous, bottomless well of patience for a nose that will never, ever stop working, no matter how many times you call its name. Ask any Beagle owner about the first time their dog escaped, and you will almost always hear the same disbelief in their voice. 1 second the dog was sniffing near the porch, and the next second it was simply gone, chasing a scent trail nobody else could smell, sometimes for hours, sometimes for miles, completely unreachable by voice no matter how loudly it was called. Have you ever owned a dog that just would not listen once its nose caught something interesting? Let me know down in the comments, because I promise you, Beagle owners have some of the best stories on this entire channel. Breed 9, the Jack Russell Terrier. Do not let the size fool you for even a second. The Jack Russell Terrier might be small enough to comfortably fit in your lap, but this breed carries more raw, uncontainable, relentless energy than almost any large dog on this entire list. Jack Russell Terriers were bred in the English countryside for one very specific and very brutal job. They were sent to chase foxes directly into their underground dens and either flush them out or fight them there in the darkness. That means this breed was specifically engineered, generation after generation, by humans who wanted a dog that was fearless, relentless, high energy, and completely unbothered by pain, tight spaces, or danger. A dog bred to dig headfirst into foxholes and fight is simply not a dog that is going to be content lounging quietly on a cushion all afternoon. Owners consistently, almost universally, describe Jack Russells as having the energy level of a much larger working dog, somehow packed into a tiny, wiry, muscular little body. Without 2 or more hours of genuinely serious physical and mental exercise every single day, this breed will become destructive, anxious, and in many cases genuinely, seriously difficult to live with. They dig, extensively and enthusiastically. They jump, often far higher than you would think possible. They climb over fences that you would swear are completely impossible for a small dog to scale. They bark relentlessly, persistently, at literally anything that moves within their field of vision. Their terrier instincts also make them notoriously difficult to manage around smaller pets, including cats, rabbits, guinea pigs, and even other small dogs, because that prey drive that was so carefully bred into them for hunting does not simply switch off the moment they walk through your front door. Training a Jack Russell requires an experienced hand, endless consistency, and a level of patience that catches most first-time owners completely, totally off guard within the first few weeks. This is a dog that looks like a lapdog in every photograph and behaves like it was purpose-built in a laboratory specifically to test the outer limits of human patience. Breed 8, the Weimaraner. Nicknamed the Gray Ghost for its sleek, silvery coat and its unsettling habit of silently materializing right behind you no matter where you go in the house. The Weimaraner is a breed that many families adopt without ever understanding the sheer, overwhelming intensity of its attachment needs. This breed was developed in Germany as a versatile, do-it-all hunting dog, capable of tracking, pointing, and retrieving large game across long, punishing distances in the field. That hunting heritage gave the Weimaraner incredible stamina, a powerful, world-class nose, and an athletic, muscular build that requires serious daily exercise, easily an hour or more of vigorous activity, every single day without exception, or the dog will begin inventing its own entertainment. And that entertainment is almost always at the direct expense of your home. But the exercise requirement is honestly only half the problem. Weimaraners are infamous within the professional veterinary and dog training community for developing some of the most severe cases of separation anxiety of any breed on the planet. This is a dog that bonds so intensely, so completely, with its family that being left alone, even for relatively short periods of time, can trigger a level of anxiety so extreme that owners return home to find doors clawed straight through, window blinds utterly destroyed, and, in more than a few documented cases, walls with actual holes chewed straight through the drywall. Weimaraners are also exceptionally, remarkably intelligent, which sounds like a wonderful trait right up until you realize that an intelligent dog combined with anxiety and excess pin-up energy will find creative, expensive, and sometimes genuinely dangerous ways to cope with being understimulated. They have been known to counter-surf with impressive skill, raid trash cans and pantries, and even learn to open doors, cabinets, and refrigerators entirely on their own. If you work outside the home for 8 or more hours a day, this is very likely the wrong breed for you. No matter how striking, how photogenic, or how irresistible that silver coat might look scrolling past on your phone. You are 8 breeds deep into this list already, and I promise you, it only gets more intense from here on out. If you have not subscribed to Pet Kennel 91 yet, now is the time, and make sure that notification bell is switched on so you never miss it when we expose the truth about a brand new breed. Breed 7. The Australian Shepherd. The Australian Shepherd has become one of the most popular breeds on social media in recent years, thanks in large part to its stunning coat colors, its striking eyes, and its endlessly shareable puppy photos. But behind that camera-ready appearance is a serious working dog with a brain and a work ethic that most modern households are simply, fundamentally not equipped to satisfy. Despite the name, Australian Shepherds were actually developed in the western United States to herd livestock across working ranches, which means they were bred to think independently, make split-second decisions under pressure, and work for hours at a stretch managing animals many times their own size and weight. This breed does not just need physical exercise to burn energy. It needs an actual job, a genuine, structured, mentally demanding task to complete every single day, or its whole world starts to fall apart. Without that outlet, Australian Shepherds develop what professional trainers commonly refer to as herding behaviors redirected at the family instead of at livestock. This includes nipping at the heels of running children, obsessively chasing and herding other household pets, and circling or barking uncontrollably at anything that moves quickly, including passing cars, bicycles, and joggers on the sidewalk. In households without any livestock alternative available, many owners report their Australian Shepherd attempting to herd the entire family, controlling their movement around the house, which can quickly become a genuine safety hazard, particularly around toddlers and small children. This breed is also exceptionally prone to what trainers call reactivity, becoming overstimulated and genuinely difficult to control in busy or chaotic environments, which makes ordinary daily activities like walking through a crowded park or having friends over for dinner far more complicated and stressful than most owners ever expect going in. Add to all of this a coat that requires regular, dedicated brushing to prevent painful matting, and a level of raw intelligence that means this dog will figure out how to open your refrigerator before it ever figures out basic house manners. And you have a breed that demands an active, experienced, rural, or working household far more than the average suburban family sitting in a house with a small backyard. Trainers who specialize in herding breeds often say the same thing about Australian Shepherds placed in the wrong home. The dog is not broken. The dog is bored, brilliant, and completely without direction. And a brilliant dog without direction will always, eventually, choose its own job, whether that job is herding the toddler, guarding the front window 24 hours a day, or systematically dismantling anything left within reach. Breed 6. The Dachshund. Small in stature, absolutely enormous in stubbornness. The Dachshund might be one of the most surprising entries on this entire list, but anyone who has actually owned one will tell you this breed has a personality that is completely, wildly disproportionate to its tiny little legs. Dachshunds were bred in Germany specifically to hunt badgers, an animal well known for being aggressive and more than willing to fight back viciously inside its own underground den. That means this breed needed to be fearless, tenacious, and completely unwilling to back down from a fight of any kind. Traits that translate directly into a modern household companion that is notoriously difficult to train and often surprisingly, shockingly aggressive for its size. This is a breed that frequently tops behavioral studies for aggression toward complete strangers and even toward its own family members, largely because that badger hunting instinct did not simply disappear just because the dog now spends its days on a couch cushion. Dachshunds are also famous, or perhaps infamous, for their relentless, high-pitched, piercing barking at absolutely anything unfamiliar, which can create serious, ongoing tension with neighbors, especially in apartment buildings with shared thin walls. Then there is the physical side of owning this breed, and this part is genuinely heartbreaking. That long spine that gives the Dachshund its unmistakable, beloved silhouette also makes it extremely prone to a painful and often devastatingly expensive spinal condition, where the discs in the back can rupture or bulge, sometimes resulting in partial or complete paralysis of the hind legs. Owners frequently face veterinary bills reaching well into the thousands of dollars for emergency spinal surgery, followed by months of strict crate rest and slow, careful rehabilitation, all because the dog simply jumped off a couch or ran too enthusiastically up a flight of stairs. Combine an aggressive hunting instinct, a stubborn refusal to be trained through typical, gentle methods, relentless non-stop barking, and a spine that can fail catastrophically from ordinary daily activity, and the beloved wiener dog becomes a far more demanding, far more fragile companion than its adorable appearance would ever suggest. Veterinary orthopedic specialists see this exact scenario play out again and again. A perfectly healthy-looking dachshund jumps off a bed the same way it has 100 times before, and suddenly it cannot walk. No warning, no obvious injury, just a spine that finally gave out under the strain of a body shape that was never meant to move that way in the first place. It is one of the most heartbreaking and most preventable veterinary emergencies in the entire small breed world. Breed 5. The Alaskan Malamute. Now we start climbing into the breeds that require an almost superhuman level of commitment. The Alaskan Malamute. Bred by the Malamute people of Alaska to pull heavy sleds loaded with supplies across brutal, frozen Arctic terrain for hours on end, day after day. The Malamute is not simply a big fluffy dog you saw in a heartwarming video online. It is a working athlete built specifically for endurance, raw strength, and a demanding job that no ordinary household could ever hope to replicate. This breed requires serious, sustained physical exercise every single day, and without it, all of that enormous strength and pin-up energy gets redirected straight into digging up your entire backyard, tearing through fencing, and escaping to roam for miles in search of something, anything, to do. Malamutes are also pack animals with a strong independent streak running deep in their genetics, which means they were bred to work alongside other dogs as a team rather than take constant, moment-to-moment direction from a single human handler. This makes traditional obedience training significantly more challenging than with breeds that were developed specifically to look to humans for guidance and approval. Malamutes are undeniably intelligent, but that intelligence is paired with a stubborn, self-reliant nature that many new owners drastically underestimate, right up until they are standing helplessly in their own yard, watching their dog completely, calmly ignore a recall command in favor of chasing a squirrel 3 yards over. The size and strength of this breed genuinely cannot be overstated. A fully grown Malamute can weigh well over 80 pounds of pure, dense muscle, and if that dog decides it wants to go somewhere, an unprepared owner is simply, physically not going to be able to stop it. This breed also carries an extremely high prey drive and generally does not do well living alongside cats or other small household pets. Add a thick double coat that sheds dramatically and constantly, especially in warmer climates where this Arctic-bred breed genuinely, visibly struggles to regulate its own body temperature. And you have a dog that requires an experienced owner, a secure and reinforced yard, real cold weather tolerance, and hours of daily exercise just to remain manageable inside a normal home. We're in the top 5 now, and things are about to get significantly, dramatically more intense. Before we continue, take 2 seconds and subscribe to Pet Kennel 91, turn on notifications, and drop a comment down below telling us what country you are watching this from. I read every single comment, and I would genuinely love to know how far this video is traveling right now. Breed 4, the Belgian Malinois. If you have spent any time around military or police working dogs, you already know this breed by reputation alone. The Belgian Malinois. This breed has absolutely exploded in popularity recently, thanks largely to social media and its widespread, well-documented use in elite military and law enforcement units around the world. But here is the reality that so many new owners simply do not understand until it is far, far too late. The Belgian Malinois is quite possibly the single most intense working breed available anywhere to the general public, and it was never, ever designed to be a casual, laid-back family pet. Military and police forces around the world choose the Malinois specifically because of its extraordinary drive, focus, and near unbreakable work ethic. This is a dog that can work for hours without ever tiring, that thrives under high pressure, high-stakes tasks, and that was bred over countless generations to want, more than almost anything else in the world, a job to do. When you bring a Malinois into a typical suburban household without giving it that outlet, you are essentially taking one of the most driven working athletes on the entire planet and asking it to sit quietly on a living room rug. It will not go well, and it rarely takes very long for that to become obvious. Without extensive daily physical exercise combined with serious, structured mental and obedience training, Belgian Malinois frequently develop severe behavioral problems, including destructive chewing on an entirely different level than most breeds, obsessive repetitive behaviors, redirected aggression, and sharp reactivity toward other animals and even unfamiliar people. This breed has a bite force and a drive that, without proper socialization and firm, experienced handling from the earliest days of puppyhood, can result in genuinely dangerous situations for the dog, the owner, and the public. Trainers and breed rescue organizations consistently, repeatedly warn that this is not a first-time dog owner's breed under any circumstances. Malinois require an owner who already has real experience with high-drive working dogs, access to serious professional training resources, and the ability to provide multiple hours of structured physical and mental work every single day for the entirety of the dog's life. The number of Malinois being surrendered to breed-specific rescues in recent years, largely due to their sudden explosive popularity online, has become a genuine, widely discussed crisis within the rescue community. Breed 3, the Akita. The Akita carries an air of quiet dignity and unwavering loyalty that has made it a beloved cultural symbol in its native Japan for centuries. But that same deep loyalty comes paired with a level of stubbornness, territorial instinct, and dog-directed aggression that makes this breed one of the most genuinely challenging on our entire list. Akitas were originally bred for guarding royalty and nobility, as well as for hunting large, dangerous game including wild boar and even bears in the mountains of Japan. That heritage produced a dog with an incredibly strong protective instinct, a naturally suspicious attitude toward strangers, and a fearless willingness to confront any perceived threat head-on, all traits that made the breed truly exceptional at its original job and genuinely, seriously difficult to manage inside a modern suburban home. One of the most significant, most consistently documented challenges with Akitas is same-sex dog aggression, a trait so reliably present within the breed that many breed clubs and rescue organizations strongly advise against ever owning 2 Akitas of the same gender together under one roof. This aggression is not limited to other Akitas, either. Without extremely careful, deliberate, lifelong socialization, Akitas can become highly reactive and genuinely aggressive toward unfamiliar dogs of absolutely any breed they encounter. This is also a breed that does not respond well at all to repetitive obedience drilling or harsh, correction-based training methods. Akitas are independent thinkers who require patient, consistent, reward-based training from an owner who understands how to earn genuine respect rather than simply demand blind obedience. Combine that significant training challenge with a powerful, muscular body fully capable of overpowering an inexperienced handler in a single lunge, a thick double coat that sheds dramatically twice every year, and a deep wariness towards strangers that requires careful, constant management anytime guests or delivery workers approach the door. And you have a breed that demands real, serious experience and long-term commitment. Akitas form intensely loyal, almost unbreakable bonds with their families. But that same intensity means they are absolutely not a breed that tolerates being treated as an afterthought. Breed 2. The Cane Corso. We are almost at the most destructive breed on this entire list. But before we get there, we have to talk about a dog whose sheer physical power alone earns it a spot near the very top. The Cane Corso. This powerful Italian Mastiff breed was developed to guard property, hunt large game, and even take down wild boar in the countryside of southern Italy. Everything about this dog, from its massive bone structure to its incredibly powerful jaw, was engineered over centuries by selective breeding for strength, courage, and an imposing physical presence that could stop an intruder or an animal in its tracks. A fully grown Cane Corso can weigh well over 100 pounds of dense, working muscle, and that raw physical power alone means this is not a breed that forgives an inexperienced or inconsistent owner, not even for a single moment. Cane Corsos possess an extremely strong protective and territorial instinct that runs deep in the breed. Without extensive, careful socialization starting from the earliest weeks of puppyhood and continuing consistently throughout the dog's entire life, this breed can become highly suspicious and reactive toward unfamiliar people and animals. Because of their sheer size and strength, even a single moment of poor judgment or an untrained reaction can result in a serious, sometimes life-altering incident, which is exactly why this breed is banned or heavily restricted in a number of cities and countries around the world, and why many home insurance policies either flatly exclude coverage or charge significantly higher premiums for households that own one. Training a Cane Corso requires genuine, hands-on experience with large, powerful, protective breeds. This is a dog that needs a confident, consistent handler from day one, structured and ongoing socialization, and continued training throughout its entire life to remain safe and reliably manageable. Physically containing this breed also requires serious infrastructure, sturdy fencing well over standard height, secure gates that cannot be pushed open, and constant, unwavering vigilance, because a Cane Corso that decides to push through a weak barrier will simply, calmly do it. For the right experienced owner, with the right training, the right space, and the right level of commitment, a Cane Corso can be an extraordinarily loyal, devoted guardian. For anyone else, this breed represents one of the single most serious undertakings in the entire dog-owning world. We are 2 breeds away from the very top of the list now, and if you have made it this far, I genuinely want to know which breed so far has surprised you the most. Was it the Beagle, the Dachshund, or is it about to be breed number 1? Type your answer down in the comments, right below the country you already told me, and let's compare notes once this video is over. Breed 1, the Siberian Husky. And here we are. Breed number 1, the single most destructive breed on this entire list, and quite possibly the most misunderstood dog in the entire world of pet ownership. The Siberian Husky. On paper, the Husky sounds absolutely irresistible. Stunning ice blue eyes, a soft, thick, wolf-like coat, a playful and famously friendly temperament toward almost every person it meets. Huskies are rarely, if ever, aggressive. They generally adore children, and they are almost never used as guard dogs because they are simply, hilariously too friendly towards strangers to take the job seriously. So why does this breed sit at the very top of our list, above dogs with far more openly aggressive reputations? Because the Siberian Husky combines an almost unmatched level of raw physical energy with one of the single most notorious escape artist reputations in the entire canine world, and the two together create an absolute, relentless nightmare for unprepared owners. Huskies were bred by the Chukchi people of Siberia to pull sleds across enormous, punishing frozen distances for hours at a time, day after day, in a working partnership that demanded incredible stamina, resilience, and genuine independence. That means a husky's exercise requirement is not comparable to almost any other companion breed you could name. We are talking about a dog that genuinely needs upwards of 2 hours of vigorous, sustained exercise every single day. Not a leisurely walk around the block, but real, demanding, sweat-inducing physical activity, or the consequences waiting at home will be severe. And those consequences are absolutely legendary within the dog-owning community. Huskies are, without any exaggeration whatsoever, some of the most destructive chewers and diggers of any breed on the planet when they are under-exercised or left alone for too long. Owners regularly report huskies destroying entire couches down to the bare wooden frame, chewing straight through drywall, and digging holes deep enough to bury a small car, all within the span of a single unsupervised afternoon. Then there is the escaping, and this is where the husky truly earns its reputation. Huskies are widely, almost universally considered the single greatest escape artist breed in existence today. They can dig under fences with astonishing, almost unbelievable speed. They can climb and jump over barriers that would stop virtually any other dog cold. And their independent sled dog heritage means that once they get out, their prey drive and wandering instinct take over completely, sending them running for miles with little to no regard for traffic, distance, or how to ever find their way back home. Husky owners frequently need reinforced fencing that extends underground and is secured firmly at the top, simply to have a fighting chance at containing their dog, and even then, escapes remain incredibly, frustratingly common. Add to this a breed that is famous for its vocal, almost human-sounding howling and so-called talking, which can create serious, ongoing noise complaints from neighbors living nearby, a stubborn independent streak that makes off-leash reliability nearly impossible to achieve even after years of training, and a thick double coat that blows out twice a year, covering absolutely every surface of your home in a fine layer of fur. And you begin to truly understand why animal shelters across colder climates are consistently, year after year, overwhelmed with surrendered huskies from owners who fell in love with a single photo online and had absolutely no idea what they were actually bringing home. The Siberian Husky is not a bad dog. Let me be very clear about that. It is, in many ways, a wonderful, affectionate, deeply people-loving companion. But it is a working athlete carrying a genetic blueprint hundreds of years in the making, demanding to pull, to run, to roam for miles, crammed into a breed that gets marketed online as a fluffy, photogenic family pet. That mismatch between expectation and reality is exactly why this breed takes the #1 spot as the dog most likely to completely destroy your life if you are not fully, genuinely prepared for everything it demands of you. Before we wrap up, now that we have gone through all 12 breeds, I want you to notice something, because it is the single most important lesson in this entire video, and it is the one thing almost every new dog owner completely overlooks. Not one single breed on this list is destructive because it is a bad dog. Every single one of these breeds became destructive, difficult, or dangerous only when it was placed in a home that could not meet the exact needs it was bred for. Think about that for a moment. The Husky is not destroying couches because it is malicious. It is destroying couches because a dog built to run for hours across frozen tundra was given a 30-minute walk and then locked in an apartment for 9 hours. The cane Corso is not becoming reactive because it is inherently dangerous. It is becoming reactive because a dog bred to guard property with careful, lifelong socialization was raised by someone who assumed good behavior would simply happen on its own. The Dachshund is not aggressive because something is wrong with it. It is aggressive because a dog engineered to fight badgers underground was expected to behave like a soft, cuddly lapdog with no outlet for that instinct whatsoever. This is the pattern behind every single breed we covered today, and honestly, it is the pattern behind nearly every difficult dog story you will ever hear. A mismatch between instinct and lifestyle, dressed up as a bad dog, when really it was a bad match from the very beginning. So if you are watching this video because you are actually considering bringing one of these breeds home, here is my honest advice. Do not just look at photos. Do not just watch cute videos online. Talk to real owners of that breed. Ask a local trainer what they see go wrong most often. Spend time around adult dogs of that breed, not just puppies, because puppies are deceptively easy and adolescence is where the real test begins. Be brutally honest with yourself about how many hours you can genuinely dedicate every single day, how much you can spend on training and veterinary care over the dog's entire lifetime, and whether your home, your yard, your schedule, and your experience level can actually support what that breed was bred to do. Because the dogs on this list are not destroying lives on their own. Mismatched expectations are. And that is a problem every single one of us has the power to prevent before it ever starts. And there you have it. 12 dog breeds that, without the right owner, the right home, and the right level of preparation, can turn your entire daily life completely upside down. From the relentless, boundless energy of the Siberian Husky, to the raw physical power of the cane Corso, to the surprising, almost comical stubbornness of a tiny Dachshund, every single breed on this list proves the exact same point, over and over again. There is no such thing as an easy dog. There is only the right dog for the right lifestyle, matched with the right owner willing to meet that dog's needs. If this video opened your eyes to something you did not already know about one of these breeds, or if you currently own one of these dogs right now and you know precisely what we are talking about, I want you to do 3 things for me before you go. First, make sure you are subscribed to Pet Kennel 91, because we release brand new videos exposing the truth about dog breeds every single week, and you genuinely do not want to miss a single one of them. Second, tap that notification bell, so the moment a new video goes live, you are the very first to know. And third, scroll down to the comment section right now, one more time, and tell us which country you are watching this video from. I love seeing exactly how far this channel reaches with every single upload, and I read every comment that comes in. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up before you go, and share it with anyone you know who might be considering bringing one of these breeds home, because the more prepared a new owner is walking in, the fewer dogs end up abandoned, surrendered, or sitting in a shelter kennel simply because nobody told them the truth beforehand. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the very end. This has been Pet Kennel 91, and we will see you in the next video.